Hello everyone. Today we will be looking at the remaining part of lesson 3. Yesterday we already learned half of half of the information about angles. So we saw how an angle is formed. An angle is formed when two rays share a common endpoint, and that endpoint is called the vertex. And also we learned what are the ways we can read the angles. There were many ways, as we saw. You can read these angles as angle ABC or CBA, or you can even use these numbers or letters if they have given to read the angles. So you could say this is angle 1, or you could even say the corresponding letter that's for this angle, this letter. So you could even say this as angle B. So these all in yesterday's video we have learned, and also we learned about the different types of angles. Now you had to learn 4, that's acute, which is less than 90, right is exactly 90 degrees, and obtuse is more than 100 and more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees, and then straight angle is exactly 180. In detail, we looked at all these things in the previous video. So I will leave the link up. You can press that I above if you have not watched the video. So today we are going to learn the remaining part of about the lesson about angles. So starting with the angle addition postulate. Now, when you look at it, you might think, what's this? But it's a very easy thing to learn. Okay, without reading this, let me tell you what it is. We know that an angle looks like that. PQR is an angle we learned yesterday, and we can also read this as PQR. You can read it as RQP. Then there are other angles too, PQS and SQR. Now, what does this angle addition postulate say? It's like a rule, okay? Postulate is similar to a rule. You will learn these in detail in later lessons of geometry. For now, just remember that postulate means it's a rule. Okay, what does it say? If S is in the interior of PQR, you know the word interior means inside. So if S is inside the angle PQR, then angle PQS, that is PQS, and SQR, which they have shown by this red and the blue marks. Okay, this red part and the blue part is equal to the measure of angle PQR. So generally, when you add two small things, or when you put together two small things, you will get a bigger thing than what you have. For example, you put little bit of water once and again another little bit of water again. So you will get a bigger quantity of water, a more bigger quantity of water, right? So that is the same concept applied here. When you put two angles together which are smaller, so you can see this red is a smaller angle and this blue is also a smaller one. When you put both together, you will get this bigger angle which is PQR. So this is called as the angle addition postulate. Okay, now let's look at an example using this angle addition postulate. What are they meaning? So here they said the measure of angle ABD. So this is angle ABD, the small angle, this one, is 37 degrees, and angle ABC, the bigger angle ABC, is 84 degrees. So they said the bigger angle, the complete big angle, is 84 degrees, but the smaller angle is 37 degrees. So you need to find angle DBC. You need to find this small angle. So as you know, the two small angles, when you add the two small angles, that gives the measurement of the bigger angle. But here, they gave you the measurement of the bigger angle and also of one of the smaller angles. You need to find the measurement of the other smaller angle. So what are we going to do? According to the angle addition postulate, the two small angles, that is angle ABD and DBC, they are the two small angles. When you add the two small angles, you will get the bigger one, that is ABC. So that's what they have shown here. Angle ABC, that is the big angle, is equal to angle ABD, that is one of the small angle, plus angle DBC. Okay, so what is the measure of angle ABC? They gave us angle ABC is 84 degrees. So 84 degrees equals angle ABD is 37 degrees. right? So plus angle DBC. So to find out this, you have to do the inverse. So that will become 84 minus 37. So 84 minus 37 will give you 47, which is the measure of angle DBC, this particular angle DBC, this smaller angle. So two small angles together gives a bigger angle. But if the bigger angle is given, you need to subtract to find one of the smaller angles. Let's make it more clear by using another example. Again, here they said angle XWZ. So angle XWZ. Again, they're talking about the bigger angle. So angle XWZ is equal to 121 degrees. So the whole full big angle is 121. Angle XWY is 59. XWY is 69. So one of the small angles is 59. Find angle YWZ. So again, we have to find the smaller angle. They gave us the measurement of the bigger angle, and then they have also gave you one of the small angles, right? And then you need to find the measure of the other small angle. So first let's write an equation saying angle WXZ, that's the bigger angle, angle WXZ equals angle um, XWY and YWZ. So we have to write a statement for saying which angle is equal to what. Then angle XWY is 59. We don't know the measure of angle YWZ. That's what we have to find. Is equal to angle XWZ. That's the bigger angle, 121. So we have to subtract. Angle YWZ is equal to 121 minus 59. So that will give you the measurement of angle YWZ is equal to 62. You want to be sure whether your answer is correct or not, you can add the two small angles. That's 59 plus 62. So if you add 59 plus 62, if you get 121, your answer is correct. Okay. Now there is another thing called an angle bisector. Okay, now before we go to this, let's look at some questions which we can practice. Okay, so this is page 25 from your book. We are doing question number 27. Question number 7 from page 25. Okay, now for these questions, they have not given you a figure. They did not give you the angle. So you need to draw the angle. If the angle is given, it's yes easier, but here they did not give us the angle. So we have to draw the angle. So what did they say? L is the interior of angle JKM. So the angle is JKM. So first draw the angle. So you can draw it however you want to. So I'm drawing it like this. And I'm going to name it as J, K, and M. This is angle JKM. And they said L is in the interior. So L is somewhere inside here. So let's name this point as L. Okay, so what you do is you will draw another arrow to join them. As you can see, now we have divided our angle in two parts. We drew angle JKM and we divided it into two parts by point L. Now what are they saying? Find each of the following. So they want you to find each of the following. The measure of angle JKM, if angle JKL, that's JKL, this is one of the small angles, is 42 degrees, and angle LKM, that is another small angle, is 28 degrees. So which one you have to find? They have given you the two small angles. You have to find the bigger angle. So first let's write the equation. So we have to say that the two small angles, which are the two small angles? Angle JKL plus angle LKM, the two small angles, will give you bigger angle, which is angle JKM. So angle JKM. Okay. So what is the measure of angle JKL? It's 42 degrees. And the measure of angle LKM is 28 degrees. So if you add both of them, you will get the measure of the bigger angle. So how much is 42 plus 28? That will give you 70 degrees is equal to angle JKM. So angle JKM is equal to 70 degrees. This is how you need to be solving the questions which say that there is a point inside the angle. All right, let's try question number 8. Now, of course, you need to draw the diagram again as the measurements are different. Maybe the question itself is different. So first, let's draw the angle. So let me separate this so that you will not get confused. So this was question number 7. Now I'm going to be solving question number 8. Let's solve question number 8 here. Does that look like an 8? New, stylish, fine. Let me draw the angle. So L is the interior of angle JKM. Again, we are using the same thing, but the numbers will be different. So draw the angle, name it J, K, and M. And as we know, interior of the angle is L. So we keep this as the interior. And then again, we need to separate. Make sure that you draw it correctly. Okay. Use a ruler always. Okay. So that was L. So now we have two angles, two small angles, which have a big angle, which has been divided into two smaller angles. Okay. So we have to find the measure of angle LKM. Now we need to find this angle. They changed the question now, as you can see. They want you to find angle LKM. So you need to find this angle. Okay. Angle JKL is 56.4. So JKL, the small angle, is 56.4 degrees. And JKM, so they gave you the bigger angle. They gave you the measure of the bigger angle that they said is 82.5 degrees. Okay. Now, here they gave us the two small angles and we had to find the bigger one. So we added them. But here they gave us this bigger angle and one small angle. So we have to find the other small angle. But as to start, we have to write a statement like this. So let's start by writing the same statement, that is angle JKL plus angle LKM is equal to angle JKM. The statement remains same no matter whatever the question, whether they ask you to find whichever angle, the statement remains the same. Okay, now let's write the numbers in place of these angles. So JKL is how much? It is 56.4 degrees plus LKM. We don't know angle LKM, so we write the same, is equal to, how much is angle JKM? JKM is 82.5. 82.5 degrees. Now, you have an idea how to solve this. Here, because it was added, we simply added them. But here, we need to find LKM. So what happens? This number moves to the other side. So that means we will be left with angle LKM equals 82.5. In fact, this sign is not needed here. I don't know why I wrote it. This is not needed. Okay, 82.5 minus 56.4. Because it's plus here, so when it moves to the other side, it becomes minus. So therefore, angle LKM equals 26.1 degrees. 82.5 minus 56.4 will give you 26.1. So this is how you find the small angle if the bigger angle is given and a smaller angle is given. In fact, if you understand the question well, you know that simply you need to subtract. But then this is geometry and we need proof. So this is how you prove that this is equal to this, so we need to subtract it. Okay, now the best thing to learn more is to practice. There are more questions like this in your textbook, so you can refer to them and solve. And if you want, you can confirm your answers with me. All right. So now, before I move on, I wanted to show you something. This one, okay, you have to construct the bisector of angle A. But let me, okay, show you this. What is an angle bisector? You know the meaning of the word bisect because we already learned that in the previous lesson. Bi means two, sect means part. So two parts. Bisect means two parts. So an angle bisector is a ray that divides an angle in two congruent angles. Now this word congruent means equal. Okay, so if you have the book, you can simply underline and write down the meaning so that when you're revising, you will have an idea what the words are about. So an angle bisector is a ray that divides an angle into two congruent angles. Congruent means equal. So what is that? You can say this angle LJM. This is an angle. But this ray is dividing this angle into equal parts. So whenever they say use the word bisect anywhere, that means equally dividing into two parts. Remember it like that. Whenever they use the word bisect, means equally dividing in two parts. Okay. An angle bisector is a ray that divides an angle in two equal angles. So here you can see there's a JK, the ray JK bisects angle LJM. Bisects means divide into equal parts. Thus, these two angles are equal. Angle LJK and angle KJM are equal, or we use the symbol congruent. Congruent means, as I said, it's equal. So we use this symbol to show that angle LJK is equal to angle KJM. They are exactly equal parts. Okay. Now, before I start this, I want you to know how to construct the bisector of an angle. Here are the steps written. Okay, I have tried my best to explain as it's not the same as teaching you directly. If you were in front of me, definitely I could show you how to do with the compass. Now, to construct a bisector, we need the tool called the compass. This is a compass. Okay, now what are we going to do with this compass? You have to follow these steps to construct the bisector. Means you're going to divide this angle in exact two parts. That's what you're going to do. So take your compass. Okay, you know that you can open this thing. Definitely you must have played with this. So you can open it up. All right, so open it up a bit. Place the needle at the vertex. So I'm doing step number 1. Place the needle at the vertex. Okay. Now open up the compass a bit bigger, maybe about 2 centimeters, a bit bigger. Open it up. And what you're going to do is, I did step number 2 also. I did open the compass. Now step number 3. Draw an arc through both hands of the angle. You know the hands of the angle. This is one hand and this is the other. So you are going to draw an arc by using, okay, wait. So you're going to draw an arc through both hands. Keep the needle in the same place and just draw something like that to cut both the hands of the angle. Clear? So this is step number 3. I know you will get it with practice. Okay, to move the, now I am moving it through here because I need to move it. You have to hold it from here and then move it. Okay, so once you have done drawing the arc like that, cutting both the hands of the arm with the same distance, don't move the length of the compass with the same length. What you're going to do is you're going to keep the needle on one arm where the arm is touching this arc, and you are going to draw another arc inside the angle like that. It can be inside, it can be outside, doesn't matter. It depends on the length you take. If you take a bigger length, that will be outside. Okay, so this is step number 4. What do you do? With the same length which you drew this arc, you will keep the needle on one hand of the angle and draw another arc. The same you will repeat for the other hand of the angle too. So you check this point where this thing is, this point where the arc is cutting the hand. From that point, again, you will draw another arc like that. So the work with your compass is done. Just to draw arc, but it should cross both. Both the arcs should cross each other. Then what you're going to do, take your ruler, okay, place it at the vertex. Place it at the vertex, and then, you know how difficult it is to draw through this because it doesn't want to tilt. Okay. So what you're going to do is take your ruler, keep it at the vertex, and at the point where the two arcs have crossed each other. I think it's clear for you. It will definitely come with practice. It won't come without practice. So it needs to be something like this. If you're doing it with your pencil and the ruler on your copybook, definitely it's more easier than the thing I'm facing here because I cannot move this ruler. So, okay, so try your best from the vertex to the point where the arcs cross. So all what you need to do is draw a line like that and move your ruler. You have just constructed an angle bisector. So you can say that this part of the angle is perfectly like equal to this part of the angle. I know it's something new you are learning, but yes, with practice you can become perfect. I'll show you one more. Okay. How do you construct this? Construct the bisector for this. The first thing, take the compass. Okay, where are you going to place it? You're going to place it right at the vertex here. Open the compass a bit, place it at the center, and open the compass about 2 centimeters, or it depends a bit. You can open it up a bit, and what you're going to draw is draw an arc through both the hands of the angle. So just I have drawn an arc through both the hands. You know, this is the hand and this is the hand. So I've just drawn a hand through both the hands. I have drawn an arc through both the hands. Now, what's the next step you have to do? All what you're going to do is, okay, let me just move this. Let me do that part again because I need space up. So place it at the vertex and draw an arc through both the hands of the angle. Okay. Now with the same measurements, what will you do? You're going to draw an arc again. But where are you going to draw? On the other side. Now because this is a very big angle, it comes like that. Else you can simply, it's a small angle, you can do it easily. So keep on the other side also. And again, draw an arc. So you can see where both the arcs meet. Okay, this arc, the bigger one, is the one which we drew first. This one where both them meet is the one which we drew the second time. Follow those steps, you can do it easily. Okay, then what you do, from the vertex, you need to keep it to the point where both the arcs meet. So you go like that. This is not perfect, but I'm trying my best to do it perfect. Okay. And all what you need to do is draw the line. from the vertex through the point where both of them meet. That's all. So you're done with your angle bisector. Angle bisector, so which means, now if I remove this bigger arc here, your angle bisector means this part of the arc, is exactly equal to the other part of the arc. Means if this is 50, this is also going to be 50. You can say for sure it's equal because we have constructed the bisector. Bi means two, sect means part. So we have divided the angle into two equal parts. So hopefully that's clear. Okay, that comes only with practice. So you can draw any angle by yourself and start practicing. You can draw any kind of angle just by using a ruler. You know how to draw angles and then construct the bisector. That will make it clear. Okay, now coming back to the questions about bisect. Ray QS bisect. The word bisect means divide into two equal parts. Angle PQR, so it is dividing angle PQR. PQS is equal to 5y minus 1 and PQR is 8y plus 12. Find angle PQS. So of course, let me put that in a picture because when we put the things in pictures, that our mind gets more cleared as to how it looks. So first let me draw angle PQR. So PQR. Now which is the bisector? S. So QS. It's dividing the angle exactly in two parts. Now this might not be a perfect bisector because I have just drawn it, but you have, if you want a perfect bisector, you need to use the compass and the ruler. So angle PQS is 5y minus 1. And angle PQR, that's the bigger angle, is 8y plus 12. Find angle PQS. Now, before I write the measurement for the bigger one, let me make it clear for you. Because of the bisector, angle PQS is also equal to SQR because we have just divided both of them into two equal parts. So if this is Fy minus 1, this is also going to be Fy minus 1. This is the case if it is only bisecting. Both the angles will have the same measures. If this is 35, this is also going to be 35. So I can also say angle SQR, that is this small angle is 5y minus 1, right? So the whole angle, that is PQR, is 8y plus 12. Now, first, as we are dealing with variables, we need to find, of course, the value of the variable. So to find the value of the variable, we need to have an equation. So let's write the equation. You know, the sum of the two small angles equal the bigger one, just that we learned in the previous slide, right? So I can say angle PQR, that is the bigger angle, is equal to angle PQS plus angle RQS, the two smaller angles. So PQR is 8y plus 12, right? That's what they said. Then PQS is 5y minus 1 and RQS is also 5y minus 1. Just now I explained why it is 5y minus 1 because both of them are equal. So all what we need to do is we are going to solve this. So before we solve, let's simplify this side. 5y minus plus 5y will give me 10y. Minus 1 will give me minus 2. So now you move the variables and the numbers together. So that will give you negative 2y equals negative 10, which means we can cancel both the negatives. So y is going to be equal to 5. Now that we know the value of value of y, you can substitute the value of y here and find out the measure of angle PQS. We can do that mentally. 5 multiplied 5 will give us 25. 25 minus 1 will give you 24. So if angle PQS is 24 degrees, what is angle SQR going to be? It is also going to be 24 degrees because they are bisected. They are angle bisected, right? So keeping this in mind, let's start practicing some questions. I know it looks a bit too much, but these are all the lessons which you have. So I cannot skip any and they're very important. Okay. So first always draw the figure if they have not given you. BD bisects angle ABC. So first let me draw angle ABC. Okay. So this is angle A, B, and C. Draw the arrows. because you know that there are two rays. What is bisecting? Bisecting means again dividing in two equal parts. Now this might not be the exact of dividing two equal parts, but as we know how to, we know the steps how to perfectly divide it. This is just a rough figure we are drawing. So rough figures don't need to be exactly accurate, but we have to be we have to try our best to be accurate. So this is going to be BD. Okay, angle ABC and BD bisects angle ABC, which means it is dividing both of them in two equal parts. Find each of the following. Angle ABD, that is angle ABD, is 6x plus 4. So this angle is 6x plus 4. So can I also say angle BBC is also 6x plus 4? Yes, we can, because they are two equal angles, because they have been bisected. Okay, so angle BDC is also going to be 6x plus 4. And the measure of angle, wait. Okay, they gave a different measurement for angle BBC. So DBC, all right. So DBC, sorry for that. I thought they have given you the same measurement as the question we did before, but here they have changed the measurement. So angle ABD is 6x plus 4 and DBC is 8x plus 4. Sorry, 8x minus 4. So what do you need to find? You need to find how much is each of these angles. Okay, so to find each of these angles, as we said, both of them are equal. So we of course need to write the equation first. So we can say 6x plus 4 equals 8x minus 4. Now don't mind about these variables because they already gave us the variables, so we have to use those. Okay, if they have not given, like the example we saw before, if they have not given, then you can say that they both are equal and you can take the same measurement. But if they have given you like this, DBC is different, so you have to take that. So let's find the value of x first. So 6x minus 8x equals negative 4 plus 4. So which is going to be negative 2x is equal to, so this is going to be not negative, it's going to be negative 4 because it's plus 4 on the other side. So it's going to be negative 4, negative 4. That's going to give me a negative 8. So this 2 will get cancelled. X is going to be 8 divided by 2, which is going to give you 4. So x is equal to 4. Now that we have the value for x, we can find the value of each of these angles. So let's start by finding angle ABD, which is equal to 6x plus 4. So what you're going to do, 6, substitute the value of x, that's 4 plus 1. So that's going to give you 24 plus 1. Sorry, it's plus 4, right? Which is going to give you 28 degrees. So similarly, we can find the angle DBC, which is means 8x minus 4. Okay, so that's going to be 8 multiplied by 4 minus 4. So 32 minus 4, that's going to give you 28 degrees. So whenever they say find the angle, of course you need to find the value of the variable first, and then you can find the measure of each angle by putting the value there. Now, I could have stopped here, okay? Why? Because I don't need to calculate the value of for angle BBC as both of them are equal. So I could just say angle ABD is congruent. Congruent means equal to angle DBC, right? So I could say angle DBC is also 28 degrees because bisect does that. It divides the angle into equal parts. So once you find the angle, the measure of one angle, you can find the angle measure of the other angle equally. So if you're doing this, fine, you can do it. It's not wrong, but simply you can say this, you can write this statement and say that angle DBC is equal to 28 because they are bisecting. BD has bisected. Okay, so let's try question number 10. Let me erase this. Okay. So I'm using the same figure because the same figure is for the question, but I will only name this ABC because that's angle ABC. Okay, that doesn't look like a C, but you can understand. Okay, if angle ABC, measure of angle ABC, you need to find if angle ABD is 5y minus 3. So this is going to be 5y minus 3. Okay. And DBC is 3y plus 15. 3y plus 15 degrees. So you have to find angle ABC. ABC, the whole angle. We need to find the whole angle. Okay, so to start with, of course, we need to find the value of y first. So to find the value of y, I could say 5y minus 3 equals 3y plus 15, right? Because both of them are equal. So the next thing is you have to solve for y. So 5y minus 3y is going to be 15 plus 3. So that's going to give you 2y equals 18. Y is going to be 18 over 2. Y is going to be 9. So the value of y is 9. Now to find the value of ABC, of course I need to find any value of any one of these angles. So let me find the value of angle ABD. What did they give for ABD? ABD is 5y minus 3 degrees, which means 5 multiplied by 9 minus 3. So that's 45 minus 3. 45 minus 3 is 42 degrees. So if angle ABD is 42 degrees, I can also say angle DBC is also 42 degrees. By now, you know why do we say that? Because they both are congruent. They both are congruent angles. So if angle ABD is 42, angle DBC is also going to be 42. But the question says find the measure of angle ABC, the bigger angle. So angle ABC is going to be equal to angle ABD plus angle DBC, right? These two small angles. And you find it at the two small angles, you'll get the bigger angle. 42 degrees plus 42 degrees, which is going to give you 84 degrees. So angle ABC is going to be 84 degrees. I know this session was a bit longer, but then that's because you had to learn about 3 to 4 new things. Hopefully you have understood, but you are free to ask me any doubt you want anytime. You can try out some questions by yourself and wait for the homework video. You can check your answers with that. So for a practice, you can take extra questions from your textbook, start doing them. So till we meet again, keep doing math and keep practicing.